Hi, my little butterflies. Welcome to the first chapter of our first new series since The Broken Mirror. This series is a love story where the scarf started it all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Revelations of the Scarf. I've had so much fun writing this. It's a mix of love, comedy, and clarity. This story is written by me, the art was done by Lazy, and today I'll be voicing the narrator and Plagg.
Hi, I'm Lazy, if you didn't already know, and I will be voicing Marinette and Alya.
Hi, I'm January, and I'll be voicing Adrien, Nathalie, and Nino.
So, as you know, we just announced a bunch of new stuff about 2 weeks ago. The way we did it is that we all thought of a series and then pitched it to each other. So we made our own respective series, and this was the story that I pitched, so I wrote it. When I pitched this story, I was like, ooh, love story, cute, love, blah, 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 blah. And then another one of us was like, I'm literally gonna kill everyone. But anyway, thank you so much for subscribing and following. We love all of you guys, and we hope you enjoy this series. Now, without further ado, Chapter 1, Gold Lettering. Adrien never liked winter. The cold, the snow, the ice. If he could choose, he would skip winter altogether. But one good thing about winter is the accessories that he got to wear. His blue scarf that his dad got him for his birthday is one of his favorite things to wear.
What do you think, Plagg? Should I wear my scarf today? It's cold enough, so I won't look stupid.
Adrien asked while holding it up to his neck to see if it matched his outfit. Plagg sat on his dresser, devouring a piece of camembert. I don't know, kid. You're only gonna wear it for a few minutes, so it doesn't matter to me. As long as I have my cheese for the day, I'll be content, he said, throwing the cheese in the air and then plopping it in his mouth. Adrien turned to glare at the Kwame.
Must you always think about your stomach?
Adrien asked. Plagg stopped mid-bite to stare at the blonde boy. Yes, Adrien. Yes, I must, because if I don't, then you don't get to be chat noir.
Okay, but that much cheese is excessive, and that's coming from someone who lived in Paris their whole life.
Adrien said, crossing his arms to stare at the black ball of fur. Shh! Let me enjoy my beauty, Plagg said while caressing the cheese. Adrien shook his head.
Why did I have to be stuck with you and not some other Kwame who doesn't eat an excessive amount of the stinkiest cheese ever?
Adrien looked back in the mirror, still trying to decide if he should wear the scarf.
Adrien, it's time for you to leave for school.
Nathalie called from outside his door.
Coming,
he said. He looked back in the mirror, but set it against the scarf and threw it on his dresser, running out of the room. Adrien arrived at school, hugging himself to protect from the cold.
Should have worn the scarf,
he whispered to himself. Idiot, he heard from inside his jacket.
Yo, what's up, my dude?
Adrien looked into the school to see his best friend, Nino, standing in the archway. Adrien smiled and walked towards the entrance.
Hey, Nino. Dude, how are you just wearing a coat? I had to switch my regular hat for a beanie,
Nino said. Adrien shrugged.
I was in a rush.
Nino chuckled.
Of course, the perfect Adrien aggressive was almost late for school, also freezing in the cold weather of Paris.
Nino said dramatically. Adrien laughed.
Yeah.
The bell indicating that class was to start soon rang.
Come on, Miss Bussier will kill us if we're late.
They walked to class and found their seats the minute the bell rang. Hello, class. I hope you're all staying warm. Now the door burst open, revealing a girl with dark blue hair, dark enough to pass as black. She was wearing a dark jacket to protect from the cold and blue mittens. Blue mittens that seemed very familiar to Adrien.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I slept when I was walking in.
The blue net rambled. It's all right, Marinette. I understand the conditions of this morning. Now, as I was saying, Miss Bustier continued. Marinette exhaled in relief and walked to her seat. She sat down and set her bag next to her desk. She started to strip herself of the winter clothing, not wanting to overheat while in class. She took off her jacket and then her mittens. She threw them down near her bag, not making the effort to put them inside. One of the gloves fell off her bag and down the steps, landing next to Adrien. Adrien saw a flash of blue in his peripheral and looked to see what caught his eye. He reached down and grabbed it, the feeling instantly familiar.
Marinette, is this yours?
Adrien asked. Marinette looked forward to see what he was referring to.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it must have fallen out of my bag,
Marinette said. He looked down at it again.
Where did you get these?
He asked.
Oh, I made them. I got the fabric at this little place in the 7th arrondissement a while ago, and I think I made probably one thing with it and didn't use it again, so I just used it for these.
Adrien's gaze shifted to Marinette in confusion.
Really? I feel like I've had something with this fabric before.
Marinette's eyes widened.
Well, maybe you got something from that store before.
Marinette stuttered.
No, my dad only lets me wear things of his own design, or things that you or
He started to fade out as he noticed some writing on it. Marinette noticed the flecks of gold reflecting in the light, his gaze and touch shifting to it.
Oh yeah, I sew my signature into everything I designed just so that if someone tries to stealing it, they can't. I did the same thing with that derby hat I made for you.
His eyes squinted, trying to make out the tiny lettering. Marinette sewn into the fabric with precision.
Well, you are very talented, Marinette. I think my father would say the same thing.
He said. Marinette blushed at the compliment.
Oh, thank you!
She stuttered. Adrien smiled at the girl, silently thanking her for telling him about her mittens. He turned back around and focused on Miss Bustier. He turned to his friend to see him making eyes at the girl that sat next to Marinette. Adrien smiled at his friend and faced forward once again. The day passed like any other. Go to class, check the clock to see how much time was left, and then silently cry when you realize it's only been 5 minutes since the last you looked at the clock. But then the final bell rang, screaming at the students to get out. Adrien quickly grabbed his bag and rushed towards the exit, eager to get home, or more like to get home just so that he can leave as someone else.
Dude, where are you going in such a rush?
Nino asked. Adrien turned around to see Nino with Alya, and of course, Marinette.
Oh, I just want to get into the car where it's warm, since I just have a coat.
Marinette's eyes widened.
Shoo, I forgot my gloves in class, so I'll be right back.
He turned around and sprinted towards her class. Adrien looked towards the girl who was running up the stairs, her forgetfulness helping him remember the familiarness.
Yeah, dude, make sure you wear something that fits the weather tomorrow, because it's gonna be exactly the same.
Nino said.
Yeah, I know. See you guys tomorrow.
Adrien said, turning around and dashing to his car. As he hit the main pavement, a bit of ice cut under his foot, causing him to stumble and then fall.
Ow!
Adrien heard from inside his bag that ended up falling with him. Adrien stood up slowly, and once he stood up, he heard laughing coming from the top of the stairs.
Nice one, my dude.
Nino said while cackling. Adrien groaned.
Watch out, guys, it's a little slippery.
Nino hurled over laughing at his best friend, causing Adrien to crack a smile before he slowly walked towards his car. The car ride back to his house was dead silent besides the sound of the engine and the tapping of Adrien using his phone. Adrien looked up when Placide grunted, indicating that he was home. Adrien nodded as a form of thank you and got out of the car. He slowly walked inside, learning from his lesson earlier. Once he was inside, he bolted up to his room, and once the door clicked shut, the black ball of fur flew out of his bag, landing next to Adrien at his desk.
Oh my god, it was so cold today, even from your jacket,
Plagg said, rubbing his little hands together.
I told you that you should have worn your scarf.
Adrien turned to the black Kwame.
No, you did not.
Adrien stopped mid-sentence.
Oh god, what is going on inside of that blonde head of yours?
Plagg said, flying away towards his cheese drawer. Adrien stood up and walked towards his dresser.
Okay, just because I'm blonde doesn't mean I'm stupid. I know what you're instigating.
Adrien went and picked up the scarf that he left on the dresser. Adrien held it in his hands, trying to get a feel for it.
This feels exactly like Marinette's gloves.
Adrien said.
But my dad made this for me, so it couldn't be.
Adrien sat in silence.
What is it?
Plagg asked, flying over to see what made Adrien stop. Plagg saw Adrien's thumb running over a small part of the scarf, his mouth agape and eyes full of shock. Marinette.
Hello there! Today is a very special day because not only is it the start of a new series, but it's also January's birthday. So say happy birthday to her. I just want to let you know how incredibly excited we are for this series, Revelations of the Scarf, and our other ones as well. This series is almost completely done being written and is a little shorter compared to The Broken Mirror. Instead of 26 chapters, it's only 13. But still, it's going to be a pretty good mini-series. I hope you'll stick with us for the next chapter next week and every single week after that for a new chapter. See you next time. Bye-bye.